Hello Internet, welcome back to our Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead series. In the last episode, we cracked into this subway lab and we began dealing with the incredible amount of monster density that was stacked up on the door. Took quite a lot of time. I believe the technical term is burgillion. We killed about 1 burgillion zombies. And then we took a little time to sort through their gear, just using sorting zones to make this a little bit easier. I don't think we found any bionics, which is the only reason we're here in the first place, but we'll check again in this episode. For now though, welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed that intro. It's the best thing I've ever made in my life. And we're gonna just quickly check again. I wanted to see, did we get any CBMs? I don't think we did. Again, CBM have been reduced significantly, which it would be on this pile. Oh, which we screwed up by making corpses. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove one. We can remove the other zone because it's worthless. We struggled with that in the last episode. Let's remove the bionic zone and add a new one in a different location because we had previously sorted that zone, but it ended up stacking corpses on that tile anyway. So it's possible that the tile was filled up before we actually got the CBMs out of there. And if we have just a quick look here, we did not actually... In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to haul all this stuff. Yes. Why am I sprinting? Don't sprint. Where's this giant? Oh, you're right there. Hello. Just murder you real quick. How are we doing magazine wise? We have 1 round left. Let's reload. And we're gonna haul this stuff out of here and back into our unsorted area. In fact, let's just haul all of this. Oh no, I undid some of our sorting. Oh, I'm crouching. Also terrible idea. Don't do that. So let's haul this stuff back over here. Okay, and instead of sorting, we're gonna use a custom zone. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna make ID, comma, what's the other thing we were looking for? Autoclave. I think this is how that works. So we'll do that and we'll plop that down right here. And now let's sort. It should pull out ID cards and bionics. It should be the main thing that we get out of this. Nope, we screwed that up again. Oh, that's containers. So there are no bionics. So we killed probably 30 scientist zombies in the last... Let's just real quick, let's look at the menu here. Let's look for a scientist. I can't type. So we killed 24, I believe is what that is saying there. 24 scientist zombies, and not one of them had a CBM in their inventory. Again, CBMs have been reduced lately by the game pretty significantly, and honestly, I'm very frustrated by it. We talked about that in the last episode. I think it was just a really poor time to do it. I feel like they should have waited until there was more content in the game for the new system before they, undid the old system. But I don't get to make those decisions. I'm just some guy on the internet. So that is disappointing. And we did not find a single CBM, which is the whole point, by the way. We've been looking. So just to put this in perspective, we're on episode 85. I know I don't number them anymore, but we're on episode 85 here. So we're about 43 hours into our game, would be my guess. It's a long time to play the game, and I would say the last like 15 hours of our gameplay has been spent driving around looking for science labs, and then we found out they were nerfed. Then we spent all that time trying to clear to this subway so we could check it out for labs. We have spent probably a third of our entire game just trying to install CBMs, and they have ruined, in my opinion, the ability to find CBMs in the game at the moment, and I'm a little salty about it. So there shouldn't be anything of value on... Oh, we didn't make a medical pile. Well, we definitely want to do that. Medical and mutagen. Because again, I think we can use these sorting zones even once we're deeper into the lab. So I think we're going to try to just use these the whole time. I don't know if that's really viable or if it's too far away, but we're going to try. Oops, I messed that up. Let's make a drug pile over here. Sort again. It's a lot of sorting happening because we did see so no mutagen, but I don't expect to find mutagen on them. I expect to find some loose in the lab, but we did get quite a bit of medication. The other thing we want to look at is our tools pile and see what has batteries. Really not a lot of high value light batteries, unfortunately. Basically none, in fact. Okay, there's a disposable, so I'm going to take that. Because again, we are going to take our flashlight in. There are lights in this lab, but I don't know if they're everywhere or not. Okay, this is a horrible menu. Let's do this, and then we're looking for radio. And we're going to unload that full light disposable. We are going to come back. We're going to pick up our flashlight. Oh, we never dropped it. We kept it in our inventory. We're going to favorite our grenades as well because we're keeping them in case we come across a UGV in here. And we're going to keep the gun out because the majority of enemies in here will be easier dealt with a gun. And we're going to begin exploring. So let's start looting some of these books, see what they've got on offer. And we're going to keep some eyes out for any dangerous robot, mainly, is the thing we're going to be keeping an eye out for. So there was a man hack down here. It looks like the zombies were fighting it, which is really interesting because I did not know that they do that. We don't really care about the man hack. That's not something we're going to be super focused on or concerned about trying to harvest for materials. So there were some good books there, but they are books we already have. Let's drop the one book we didn't have. And we're going to press in here. And again, I'm going to keep the gun out. I don't think going in with our spear is the right choice. I think we should be extremely cautious as we move forward. Southeast, you hear whump. The sound made it sound like it was a wooden door. So they may spill around this corner. We can walk on the lights. So possibly a hidden room here. Or possibly it connects up from the south. Interesting. Again, I have not really been in these labs. This light blindness is making it difficult to see the walls as well, which I am struggling a bit to know where I'm going. Vending machines I'm not concerned about. Actually, I want to check these back here. Okay, with the sludge trails, please. Oh, we don't have any cash cards. Well, we should be able to pick some up from corpses. So the main reason I wanted to check these is for snack foods, because we did not bring a lot of food with us. Okay, that one's out of commission. So there were beverages, but not food. And I don't know if there are kitchen areas in this game. I'm hesitant. This is tricky because I want to see beyond this wall, but we have to go around it. But I also want to be in a position to see north and south in case there's a robot in the hallways or a turret in the hallways, which they look clear. But again, these are glass doors and we are partially blind. Slime globs, there are likely slimes down there. I don't think zombies attack slimes, so there's a good chance some of them are down there. Looks like a chemical storage room or a small laboratory of some sort. You know what? I can't deal with these dark walls. We're going to flip on our flashlight just to be safe. And these are, despite being glass, they are frosted glass, so we can't actually see through them. So let's look here. Sugar, zinc powder, wood ash. So 90% of what we're going to find in this lab is going to be chemicals, and they're not any value to me whatsoever. I don't play with chemistry in the game. I don't care about chemistry. I know you can do things with that in the game. I have no interest in that whatsoever. So that is why a lot of these locations are pretty pointless for me to explore, because I just don't care about these things. Which, you know, take that as you will. I'm sure that will irritate some people telling me I should pick these things up, but I don't care. A lot of smashed up stuff. Locked metal door may have some value behind it. I really don't know. And again, just being really careful as we explore here. We do see a boomer to our southeast. Let's check these books. The desks are not going to have anything I care about. They may have some... Actually, they may have some of the paper spawns that have mutagen recipes. But again, I'm not interested in chemistry, so I'm never going to use them. Light disposable will take as well. Hello, what are you? Screecher zombie. Sorry, your legs looked weird. I didn't know what... I thought you had a tail or something. Okay, Screecher can go down. It's difficult terrain. I should be able to slip. Oh no, because I'm walking on the chair. You're probably going to grab me. Let's fall back here. Oh, you're quite fast as well. Or am I injured? I may be injured. We did get electrocuted. Just a smidge of electrocution in the last episode. You know me. Love me some electrocution. We're bleeding on our head and leg because I made a mistake there. Dealing with that zombie, and he ended up getting hold of me. Let's go ahead and apply some bandages. We did bring a lot. Yes. Hostile detected. Stop. Okay. So I believe these labs are 1 floor, so that was definitely on the same level we're on. Okay, that is likely a UGV because it's mobile, because we've already come through there, so we know there wasn't a turret there. Hostile detected implies it's seen a target. It would not have seen me. There is no good way for me to deal with this. I could throw a grenade in this area and hope that it destroys that, but there's no guarantee that it's here. Man, and we could end up killing ourselves with the grenade. It could get hit on any of these things and just land at our feet. There's no guarantee at this point the explosion would be large enough to take over the UGV. I think I'm going to chuck a grenade just out of an abundance of caution. I'm going to wear my gun. It's going to take a minute. Southeast, you hear blam. So it's down there fighting a zombie. I don't know the best way to deal with this. It's going to be able to shoot faster than I am. It is much deadlier than I am because it has better skills basically to fire its gun. Wield a grenade. Hostile detected. Activate the grenade. Make sure you pull the pin on the one in your hands. Throw the grenade. Please do not hit. No, it's going to hit the rack. Just toss it straight. Please don't hit the wall. Okay. We're going to sprint. And we're going to get around the corner. And we're going to go back to our gun. It hurt me anyway. I'm around a corner down the hallway. We don't model concussive damage as far as I'm aware, so I'm not sure why it hit me. Obviously, we would not be hit with bomb fragments around a corner, so that's fun. So that's extremely irritating. Obviously, in real life, if you threw a grenade, there's possibility of ricochet, like fragments ricocheting off the walls, because they are concrete walls. I don't think we model any of that in Cataclysm. Obviously, if you threw a grenade down here, the concussive explosion, like the force of the actual explosion, even if you were around a corner, you would be hit with that force. I don't think we model that either, so I feel like I just got screwed getting hit with a ton of grenade fragments. I'm very annoyed by this, but okay. Now it becomes a game of let's not bleed to death. So let's have a look and see how bad we're bleeding. It's only bad bleeding. We're also deaf. Now, deaf I understand, of course. We were very close to things. Now, I didn't think about that. I should have thought about that, because now we're not going to be able to hear where the UGV is or if it's destroyed. So I'm going to... Bad bleeding is not arterial. We're not going to bleed to death. We're going to be fine. We need to treat our bleeding wounds immediately. We're dazed for 4 turns. What's the deal with that? Perception, dexterity, speed. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed we were hit so much for being as far away as we were. Now, grenades in real life, I believe they have a effective kill radius of like 30 feet or something like that. Cataclysm, obviously, we have weird tiles that are different sizes. I could have run further. I just thought, well, the wall will protect me more if I'm around the corner. Obviously, I was wrong about that. So that's frustrating. And again, in real life, this would cause some problems, but I thought with the game and what I know about the game, I did not think that would be an issue. So we're going to hemostatic. Am I wielding my gun? I'm not, right? Let's stop. Really? So I stopped. Okay, so it prompted me up here, and I said, sure, let's stop using the hemostatic powder. It got to move 3 tiles, and then make what, 3 attacks against me? So I said stop. Why did you get to move 6 times in that span? I'm very annoyed by little things like this that don't really make sense to me. So now I've lost any opportunity I had to get my gun in my hands. I am holding my gun, thank God. Okay, so we're gonna kill this idiot for ruining my day. Okay, please die. I just don't want to deal with you. We're going to apply hemostatic powder immediately to our major wound. And also to my leg, because it said that was a pretty bad wound. I only brought, I think, 4 portions of hemostatic. I'm not going to bandage I'm going to eat several aspirin. I should have brought some morphine with me. I did not anticipate this happening. Gonna eat a few aspirin. Unmanageable pain is going to make it so that we can't function very well. Our speed is very negatively impacted. We're going to peek the corner. No UGV. And at this point, I'm just going to push up and see if it's dead. And if it's not dead, it might kill us here. I don't really care. You know, we've been playing this character a long time. It's okay. I should be down to minor bleeding. My ears are ringing, but I'm not actually deaf, so we would be able to hear it. And I'm just going to go at it. It might kill us. We did kill it. Okay, so the grenade was a good decision. It did use one of our only grenades, but it was a good decision. Now I will bandage because we know we're in a little bit more of a safe position. Also, for the record, if I had not destroyed it, it would have probably made its way up to me and killed me before I was able to kill this zombie and apply my hemostatic powder. But that is where we were at with things. Let's pulp you. Let's pulp you. And the smart play here would be to back off until we regain some of our stuff here. I kind of feel like I brought a heavier duty medication with me, but I don't remember for sure. So we're going to fall back to where our stuff is. And remember, our speed is horrendous right now because we're very badly injured and we're hurt quite a lot. That scientist zombie literally dropped nothing. I don't think these were on the corpse. I think these two items were on the table. So that means you were resurrected. Don't really know why you would have died 6 hours ago and already resurrected. So we're going to fall back. You were not here before. Again, speed is terrible. We're going to sprint and run away, but they're going to pretty easily keep up with us, I think. We'll take a shot at one, and then we'll fall back again. Yeah, we'll fall back again. Let's fall back. You died. Wait for the other one. Okay. Let us take a step over here and relax for a minute. Stop running. Get our stamina back. Let us pulp these corpses. We did get the medical thing. Got a flu shot. Again, the only thing we're looking for from these scientist zombies are for them to have a few CBMs on their corpses, which none of them have had, which is hugely a bummer. We're going to fall back. We're going to check our medicine pile that we just harvested from all these guys. They did have some codeine. So even if I forgot to bring some things, we will take... I'm going to take one hit of codeine. Where's the codeine? Codeine. Because I don't know how much is too much, and codeine is an opiate. And I don't want to die. So we're going to back off for a minute. We're going to check our pile of stuff, see what all we brought with us. I did not bring any alcohol. Normally I would take a shot of alcohol here just because we earned it. Doesn't look like we brought anything, really. I also apparently did not bring heavier duty medication, which was a mistake. I always forget things when I pack up and leave my base. Okay. We need to regroup. We need to kill some time. We have not found beds in this place yet. I'm assuming... Oh, you know what? I bet there's a hidden thing behind this vending machine. Let's check that real quick. Just out of curiosity. There's not. Okay, so it just is a weird wall. So let's back off. We're going to disable our flashlight to conserve batteries. We are going to grab a book to read. And we're going to relax for a bit and let our pain reduce. We're in distressing pain now instead of unmanageable. Now our HP is not damaged enough that we're in any real danger. However, I think we're suffering some mild blood loss issues because we're quite chilly. And I think that this corresponds to some of the body parts where we took that damage. Or am I just not wearing anything on my head? What am I wearing on my head? Firefighter helmet should be pretty warm. Where's your warmth at? 15, actually not very good at all. And in my hands, armored fingerless gloves, warmth of 5. Yeah, so that makes sense that our hands are a bit cold. We're just gonna chill in these chairs for a bit. We're gonna relax, give ourselves a chance to reduce that pain because we need our speed to go back up. We're in mild pain, so we're okay. Fun fact, if you just read a couple books and take a hit of codeine, you won't even remember that you blew up with a grenade. So again, a little irritated that went the way it did, but we made the right decision to throw that grenade because it took out the UGV before it could be a pain in our butt. The only real concern is that there may be more of them in the facility. We only have one more grenade, and we have no other means by which to deal with them. Unless we get in a dark area where they are lit up and we're not, and we could take a couple shots, then we could kill one. But they are pretty dangerous, even in our SWAT armor, which has excellent ballistic protection. If we look at our SWAT armor, ballistic of 30. That's great. That will negate the damage from the majority of handgun rounds, for instance, if we came up across, no spoilers, but there's a security creature now that has a 9mm handgun. We talked about that in one of my last experimental Cataclysm videos. 9mm, it would not penetrate this armor, provided that it hit the armor. The issue with SWAT armor is this right here. You'll see 95% coverage. What that means is that when we get a wound of some sort that applies to these body parts, it does a check and it has a 95% chance of hitting the armor. If it hits the armor, it will negate the damage if it's below a threshold, or it could possibly damage the armor if it was above that or whatever, and some damage gets through. The problem is 95%, fun fact, is not 100%. So 5% of the time, we get an attack that penetrates this armor completely and ignores it. So if we take a bullet, there's a good chance that this armor would reduce the damage from that bullet to a manageable amount that we would survive and be able to treat our wounds, we would be able to kill the enemy, whatever. The problem is if it rolls that 5% and a 5.56 round, which is what the M16 fires, the 223 5.56, if that penetrates that and hits that 5% marker, and hits us in the torso or in the head, we will very likely either be basically dead or completely dead. So if it hits our torso, we have a pretty okay chance of being able to tank one single round. If it hits our head, we would probably just die, I think. Although the firefighter helmet, I think, is 100% coverage because it has a face mask. Or no, it doesn't. No. I'm thinking of the wrong helmet. I was thinking of the Tarkov style firefighter helmet that covers your whole face, basically. This is 75% coverage, so it's even worse on our head. If they target our head, we have a 25% chance of taking that bullet straight to the dome, which is, spoiler alert, you don't, that's bad. You don't take bullets to the head. That's a bad thing. Alright, so none of these are particularly interesting to me. We will drop those on our pile, though. And we're down to minimal pain, which means our speed has largely recovered. We're cold. We should maybe look on some of these corpses for, well, we don't have the means to clean them, I guess. So we wouldn't be able to wear, I think I took Squeamish on this character, yeah. So we wouldn't be able to wear any of the clothing anyway. We haven't seen any residential areas in this lab, but it's possible they exist. So we may be able to find some clothing in the lab we could throw on. But I think we're back up in fighting condition. So we're going to head back out. And we're going to be careful, and we're going to listen for any additional hints that there's another UGV here. So we're going to be careful about that. 2 more scientists, 3 more scientist zombies. Spoiler alert, a lab is full of scientists. Big shocker. We do see smoke coming at us, so there's a smoker in there. Let's see if we can possibly pop off a round when he comes around the corner and may become visible. Oh, where are you? I see you. Where's the smoker zombie? You don't see any zombie. That's weird because it says... Oh, it disappeared on me. Okay, there you are. Maybe I can get a round off before he disappears. Nope. So let's just aim for a bit and see if we can conserve. It doesn't really preserve your aim. I missed. Okay, so we're going to fall back. I'm not going to sprint until I have to. And the main reason is because once we get into smoke, we're going to be... struggling to get stamina anyway. We're going to fall back. We're going to grab our spear. Obviously, we would prefer to shoot the smoker, but that's obviously something that's also pretty difficult because they can disappear into their own smoke cloud. We're going to stand about. Make sure we're in the light where you can see me. And I'm going to assume you're moving towards me. You don't actually appear to be. Why are you not coming over here? I'm in the light. I really don't want to walk through this smoke. we'll wait for this to clear. Maybe we can get through. And we're going to melee them. It's just a little bit easier than trying to wait for a time when we can actually shoot them. Okay, so you're coming at me now, I think. No, just can't tell where you are, bruh. Your smoke is all over the place. I'm not going to walk in the smoke until we have to. Obviously, again, takes a long time for gases to dissipate in Cataclysm when you're indoors. Okay, scientists, you just should not be here. I also should have dropped my pack in preparation of this so that we would have a little less grief with trying to make a melee attack. But I didn't really think about that. Anything on you? Of course not. Why would you have anything of value? Go ahead and drop our pack over here. Drop the rucksack, which is very, very damaged, by the way. They really love to hit your rucksacks. I don't know where the smoker is. I don't think I hit you. Yeah, so that's the scientist corpse. That's not the smoker. You know what? Just go in it. I don't care. Let's get in here. Where are you? Come on. Okay. Missing a lot of shots. We did kill him. Fall back. We're going to lose our stamina probably completely as we begin to hack and cough, so we'll just wait that out for a bit. Stamina is fully depleted and recovered. Okay, took a long time, as it oft does. Grab our rucksack, of course, put that back on, and grab our M4. Is that our M4? I believe it is. I believe the other M4 was a +4. That would be on this pile? No, where did, there it is. It's a +5. What do you have on you, by the way? Let's scroll down here. What are your mods? I'm curious. Suppressor. Okay. Maybe we should take that and put that on our gun. Rail laser sight, holographic sight, folding stock, and an underbarrel M203. Huh. You know, so gun mods, if you're unfamiliar, in Cataclysm are generally terrible because they add to like the weight or volume. I don't remember which one it is, but it adds to your gun in its general size, and that actually makes it worse. So you might think like, oh, I'll put a holographic sight on my gun and it'll be easier to aim and stuff. And it's like, yeah, it might make it easier to aim, but it might also increase your aiming time. So even though you're getting a small benefit for it, you're also getting a small penalty for it. So in general, mods need a complete rework in order to be really valuable in Cataclysm. As far as I know, no one has changed this in years and years and years. And so mods in general are bad, and you don't really want to put them on your gun. I would tolerate a suppressor. I believe a suppressor, just the noise reduction is worth the extended aim time or whatever the penalty is. And I believe the only one, so I looked at mods like 2 years ago because I was going to rework some of the stuff. I believe laser sights are one of the only beneficial mods. I think the sights in general are almost always a bad choice. I think laser sights are okay. Well, what do you mean when you say laser sight? Do you mean like a laser pointer, or do you mean a sight that has a like an LED, like a laser display? I don't understand why it says sight. It wouldn't be a sight, would it? It's on the rail mount. Okay, I don't care. Sorry, shouldn't care so much. Let's how do you activate? Wait a minute. You activate a screwdriver. Oh, I didn't bring a screwdriver. Okay, any of them in our pile? Screwdriver. I think you activate a screwdriver. You don't have any modified tools. No, I want to remove it from the gun. Remove tool mods. Pick up the gun. Wield the... No, don't wear it. Wield the gun. Drop the spear short. Then we activate the gun. Yes. Remove the suppressor. What is this? Okay. So here we can see a side-by-side comparison on what it will actually take from the gun by doing this. So if we scroll down, let's have a look at our aim speed. So it actually does not negatively impact your aim speed. That's interesting. I would have thought that it did. Any other, where's like the recoil and stuff? Effective recoil is better with the suppressor. That makes sense. Because I believe suppressors also port the gas, which makes it a little less recoil. I mean, that's the whole point, right? Of course, they channel the gas. And the moves per attack, so it looks like it's a faster melee without the suppressor, but that's obviously not super relevant. Where's the sound, though? I want to see how much it suppresses the sound. That's your attack. That's your moves per attack. No, that doesn't matter. Dispersion, maximum range. It doesn't show the noise, huh? It just doesn't show the noise. Okay. I mean, I can see... No, I don't understand. That's obviously a relevant thing to know. But okay. And then let's remove the laser sight as well and see what that is actually going to do for the gun. If we scroll down again. Has no impact whatsoever. Apparently. Really? Were mods changed? They must have changed something. Because it used to make it take longer to aim when you had a lot of mods on the gun. What even is the benefit? It's not changing any numbers. It's very slightly changing the attack speed. Does it do nothing? I think it does nothing. What is the point of this? Okay. Remove the mod. And you know what? We'll check the sight as well, because that should be the major one. And if that doesn't do anything, then we know that mods actually don't do anything. Because this was like the main thing that would change something. So let's have a look here. With the mod on, we have better sight dispersion, but worse aim time. You'll see it takes 3 more moves to aim for this particular move set. You'll see it's about 3 to 4 difference. And the reality is that that's about 3% per turn. So like 3% of a turn is spent doing this. Overall, it's like 6%. It's like 1.5% difference. Because if we go from 200 to 195, like just to ballpark the numbers, you know, that's obviously like a 2% difference. But anyway, okay, I think lower sight dispersion for 3 extra moves, I think it's fine. So we're going to put all this on our gun. I could have just picked up this gun and used it instead, but I've already done this. So we're going to install. I bet, you know what, we're going to get there and it's going to say you don't even have the skills to install this mod. So let's activate a mod. Let's put the suppressor on. It does not mention my skills anywhere, so I assume we can do it. Am I just missing the noise entry here? It doesn't matter. No one cares. No one wants to watch me fumble around like an idiot. So let's apply the holographic sight. Sure, make it happen. And we'll put the laser, I'm assuming is like a laser pointer, on the gun. Do that as well. Great, so that's going to have an incredibly minor effect on our game. Guns already are pretty interchangeable, and having these mods is not going to change very much about the gun at all. But hey, I like Tarkov, so let's just pretend that we're doing some Tarkov gun modification. And that we're really cool and gun nuts or something, I don't know. Alright, you know, we should really call the episode. Sorry I fumbled around with the mods so long. Didn't expect that to be such a confusing thing. I thought it would be a little bit more obvious what they do and whether they were beneficial or not. But alright, so we are continuing to clear out this lab. We've killed another, I don't know, 8 to 12 enemies, so that brings our total up to quite a lot. I really wish they did not just jam-pack enemies in this location, but what are you going to do? So, alright everybody, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll be back with more Cataclysm in the near future, and we're still on the hunt for bionics, so hopefully soon we will find a bionic or 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.